Lights on a midnight screen, voices rising from the in-between. Truth like thunder breaking the chains, broadcast loud through the static and flames. From the shadows where the outcast came, built a kingdom, built a name. No suits, no scripts, no corporate lies, just fire in hearts and war in our eyes. Turn the dial, hear the battle cry, with a spark they can't deny. We are the M4 Empire, voices rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame, now the whole world screams our name. Stand up, don't back down, we wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Headlines burning like gasoline, fuel for the fight on every screen. They tried to bury what we would say, but the signal cut through anyway. From late night streams to the morning cast, every shot fired, every blast. A legion formed in the common lines, an army built one voice at a time. Raise your hands, let the banners fly, this is our empire in the sky. We are the M4 Empire, voices rising higher and higher. From the ashes we built this flame that don't back down. We wear the truth like a crown. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. They said we'd never last, just a moment, just a flash. But empires aren't built overnight, they're forged in war and lit by fight. Every stream, every show, every voice that chose to grow. This isn't just a brand on air, it's a movement rising everywhere. We are the M4 Empire, hear the crowd lifting us higher. Through the noise, through the flame, now the whole world knows our name. Stand tall, don't you tire, we're climbing higher and higher. Through the storm, through the fire, we are the M4 Empire. We are the M4 Empire. Neon fades, but the signal stays, echoing loud through endless waves. From one voice to a choir's roar. Long live the M4 Empire.
Oh, what do you hear? What do you say? M4 Empire. Marvin the Movie Monster Montanero here, bringing you another episode of the M4 Cast. And man, guys, it is an exciting night here on the M4 Cast because we are only 4 subscribers away from 7,000. We are at 6,996 subscribers as I speak. We may hit 7,000 tonight while we're on the air. That would be amazing. So if we do, guys, then that means next week it is party time. We will be having a huge celebration. We will be doing a one of our famous parties, and so 7,000 gets a party. 7,500, because that is going to be such a huge undertaking and such a major milestone for this channel that's only about 2 years old, is going to be that we will be doing I hesitate to call it a Dungeons and Dragons campaign because I don't know if it is Dungeons and Dragons, but it will be a tabletop role-playing campaign with the real-life fake wizard as our DM. So we will put together a team to do that. Now, that is not a thing that I typically do, as you guys know, but I will, I'll do it. I'll do it for you guys because 7,500 is a big deal. So guys, so we are starting an hour early tonight because Geeks and Gamers Play is going to be at 9, and I have to be there for that. So we are going from 7 to 9, and we will be able to, bring you guys all of the conversation that you need. Trish is going to be a little late. She's going to be arriving closer to our normal start time. So, hold your Trish related questions, I guess. But I am not alone, guys. I do have people here with me. There you are.
Yo.
Buddy, we had a great time at MegaCon, didn't we?
Yep, had a fantastic time. But now we're home.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We partied everywhere we went. People were dancing in our wake. We threw money everywhere like it just didn't matter. None of this is true, but we had a good time.
True. That's all true because we did go to parties. Well, we did spend a lot of money and people were dancing at the Red Coconut. So
I guess that is true, sort of, in a roundabout way.
All of what you said was none of that was a lie.
I meant it completely facetiously, but I'll let you run with it.
I believe Nolan is going to be late as well. Who knows if Kevin is showing up? But guys, we do have a special guest, and I am very, very excited. Someone who you recently saw on the Pro Show 2 rave reviews, who I got to spend some time with at MegaCon, who has quickly become a treasured friend. Let's bring her out.
Who's that Pokemon?
I actually
Hello, Carrow.
I do want to be Jigglypuff, though.
That's my wife's favorite Pokemon. That's why it's there.
It's fine taste. Fine taste.
It's why that's there, and it's why this is there.
Appropriate. I like it. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. I very much appreciate it. Guys, Carrow is she is the assistant editor-in-chief of the Rippaverse, which is just my new favorite comic book company. I am currently tearing through this omnibus.
You brought your trebuchet ammo.
Yes, that Carrow described as trebuchet ammo. Phenomenal stuff. I'm really enjoying all of it. But Carrow, thank you for being here with us today. How was your MegaCon?
It was very busy. Yeah, I think it was like constant, like 12 to 14-hour days, very little sitting, lots of talking. I just got my voice back. I feel really, really happy about that. Did I hear you right that you've never tabletopped before? Is that what I heard?
So only once literally in a college class. I took a class called Storytelling for Digital Media, and part of the training that we were given for like a storytelling class was to do that. But I had a roommate I had two roommates that were obsessed about it, and they pushed it on me. And at the time, it was when I was working as a ghostwriter, so I was writing a novel every month.
You had no time.
Not only did I have no time, but like I didn't want to do anything creative in my off time. I was writing a full novel every 30 days. And I was just like, man, like my free time is going to be the most mindless activities humanly possible because I'm just creatively drained. And they like really didn't like that I didn't want to play with them. So they like made my life hell. So I've had this like disdain for it ever since. But you know what? I like our peeps. I love our peeps. And if we can get to 7,500, man, I will do it. And the Real Life Fake Wizard as our guide. I mean, that dude just hit 100,000 subscribers for a reason.
Nice. Well, I was going to tell you, D&D has some fun accessories. One of them I bought while I was at MegaCon. These are actually, it's a dice holder, right? Yeah.
I bought one of those for my son while I was there as well.
Is it not cool? It is so cool. It is so cool. And so
is that like a bullet chamber?
It's a revolver cylinder, and the dice are bullets.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. So welcome to the dark side.
Apparently. Oh my goodness.
Right? Isn't it nice? I will not be putting these into an actual chamber. They're going to stay right here on my desk. This thing also doubles as like a fidget toy.
Oh, that's cool. We always need more of those. But I'm going to put it over here because it will distract me. Yeah, I've got one that Lauren, do you remember like Pro gave us all like that little spinny top thing?
I do. I've still got it on my desk right
I've got it on my desk too, and it's like I use it literally every day.
What is the spinny top thing?
I just said I had it on my desk, and now there it is. So it's this, and you spin it, and it like swirls around.
Oh my goodness, I would get nothing done with that.
Yeah, no, I pretty much do it all day. Yeah. So guys, we got to get over to the chat because we had a super chat goal of so Packing Protons has been trying to get me to watch Bluey as an adult male with no children. I have resisted the pull of watching Bluey because I thought it was strange. And so he said, I'm going to make sure you do it. And I said to him, look, if you want to do it, you know how to do it. And well, he did it. Packing Protons with $300. Oh my goodness. Says, and guys, this is from when we watched Santa Claus Meets the Ice Cream Bunny, where he wrote, fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of a blue dog that hums. Bluey for you. So normally it's 600 for our super chat goals. So we are half of the way there, I will say. But Aubrey Crown gifted 10 M4 Empire memberships, and that is $50. So that brings us up to Tree Fitty. He said, I need about Tree Fitty. And that was about that time that I realized. Never mind, I'm not going to get into all that. And then Liquid Fox with another 10 M4 Empire memberships, which brings us up to 450. I'm sorry, no, 350 brings us up to 400. Then we had Pastor of Muppets with 5 M4 Empire memberships, which brought us to 425. My goodness, the generosity is insane here today. You and Kumia, one of our wonderful mods, said, need a Glom Gold for this week and next. I won't be here next week because of Passover. Trish is still our queen. I'll make sure she knows that you said that, you and Kumia. And happy Passover to you and yours, and I will give you that Glom Gold that you have requested.
Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Because I'm Flintheart Glom Gold, and I always will be!
Carrow, we have an obsession with Flintheart Glom Gold on this show, just so you know. People request clips of Flintheart Glom Gold, and we deliver.
It sounds like people of culture to me.
Oh, absolutely. 100%. Only the top of the line culture on this show, except not Culture Casino anymore after he hijacked one of our episodes. It was all in fun, but he's a soft ban right now. Regina Sharp for $10 says, sheesh, leave for 2 weeks and Empress Trish takes over. Showtimes are moved. So confusing. This message, of course, is brought to you as always by
Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Glom Gold! Is this some kind of game? Answer me, baby!
Always has been, always is, always will be. So that brings us to 445, by the way. And then Bald Hoplite for 199, power to the 199, brings us to 447. Says, good evening, Marv. Hope your day is blessed. It is. Today has been a very blessed day. It was super fun. I got to hang out with Chuck Dixon earlier on the Pro Show, and he laughed at my jokes and told me I was right about Batman. So, guys, I'm officially always right about Batman from now on because Chuck Dixon told me that I was right about Batman.
It's the small things that matter, right?
The most prolific, Batman writer of all time, like, wrote my favorite Batman story of all time, Nightfall. It's, I was geeking out more than a little bit. I was not supposed to be on the Pro Show today, and I messaged Pro and I'm like, I'm coming on the show today.
You can't keep me out. I'm showing up.
I was like, I will be there. And good thing, guys, because I get to announce now, 2 weeks from today, on April the 9th, Chuck Dixon will be our guest here on the M4cast, which is when I told Lauren, when I called Kevin and told him that, he practically did a backflip.
Yeah, I don't doubt that for a minute. That's great news. I'm glad that you got a message through to him because I knew he was having some trouble with communications.
Well, we can thank Carrow for that. Carrow put me in contact with him. So, because Chuck Dixon, for those of you that don't know, writes, stories for the Rippaverse. He has written several, and most of them can be found in this book.
In that trebuchet ammo?
In my trebuchet ammo, yes. I've read several of them. I've read Zaylan, and I've read the 2 books of The Great War of Separation, and they're all phenomenal. So I can't wait till I get to Horseman.
Hey, heads up.
Oh my goodness, the Wild Man of Yavin with $200 in the name of Proton Bluey. That brings us to $647. I guess I'm watching Bluey this week, guys. Wow. Okay, we have got.
Is it just one episode? Do you have to watch all of it?
I gotta watch it all.
Oh.
I gotta watch it all. See, Real Life Fake Wizard thinks I'm still doing Madam Web, but they said it was for Bluey. Next week we're gonna do for Madam Web.
Oh wow.
Sorry, Wiz. Which, by the way, Wizard, if you want to come on to celebrate your 100K, then come on. Let me know. I'll send you the link. But Real Life Fake Wizard, for those of you that don't know, just hit 100,000 subscribers on his channel.
I think you just got threatened.
Did I? Oh, you better effing do it. Yeah, I will. I will start, and I will have an update for you guys next week. It's not Madam Web time? No, dude, like Packing Protons came in House of Fire before the show even started and said $300 toward Bluey. So I had to make it Bluey. And then, Packing Protons and, it's a whole thing, guys. It's a whole thing. But I got to play a thank you clip because this has just been generosity of the highest sort.
We got one!
I defeated Scrooge McDuck! We were on the same team!
So there you go, guys. That's just incredible. Thank you very, very, very much. But checking in, just seeing where we're at in the road to 7,000 right now. We're still at 6,996, so we are still 4 away. My class says, just give Marv money. He'll do anything. No, I am 100% a whore. I'm sorry. Not anything, but
you have some standards.
Yeah, no, I'll watch bad things or, stuff like that. So, but thank you guys very, very much. That's super generous. I absolutely love it. So big announcement came over MegaCon, guys. Geeks and Gamers, next year in April, the first ever Geeks and Gamers cruise is happening. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, wow. No, I missed that.
That was announced at the panel at MegaCon at the very end. Jeremy announced Geeks and I know they gave some more details on Tuesday night's main event, but I haven't seen what they announced yet. But I do know that it is April 2027. It is right around my actual birthday, not the fake one that everyone keeps touting. And
your birthday's every day, though, right?
What?
Isn't your birthday every day?
Apparently, because that's the new lame joke that everyone's decided on. It's amazing how they do these things to annoy me and it works. I hate that it
That's
works.
the best part about it.
No, I know. I really need to learn how to
I actually updated your birthday date on my contact in my phone. So next year you're getting a text from me.
So this year on my actual birthday, I'm not getting a text from you?
I don't know what your actual birthday is, and I don't care. I'll just hit the
I care. What is it? What is your actual birthday?
I'll tell you off the air.
Okay.
But the whatever, it's April 14.
Okay.
The day the Titanic went down, the day Lincoln was shot, the day I was born.
I was born on the day we dropped the atom bomb on Japan, which was awkward.
Look at us being the secondary tragedies that happened.
I know. Well, no, because the fun part was I lived in Japan for a while and I never celebrated my birthday because it was such a big Memorial Day. It felt kind of weird to be like, yeah, my birthday, and y'all died.
Celebrate! Let's have a party!
Can I say that Superman was killed on my birthday?
You can. We are the bringers of sadness. That's what I'm hearing.
We really are, man. We are we were just like a group that brings doom and gloom.
Our birth brought sadness to the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, so next April, I will be on that G&G cruise, Hell or High Water, and so if you ever want to be like, I want to see Marv at an all-you-can-eat buffet, that'll be your opportunity to do it.
You know what's cool about this is this makes them only one step removed from piracy.
It's
well,
true.
like we took over the ship and then like, you know,
Look at me, I'm the captain now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was Wild Man of Yavin for another 5 says, do anything. Hey Marv, here's $5. Insert seductive dance. Love you, Lauren. How's the weather? Hey Carrow, no homo.
Is Wild Man of Yavin a chick?
No.
Oh,
No, he's saying no homo to me because he said, here's $5. Insert seductive dance.
Oh.
It'd be funny if
I'm happy
Wild
for
Man
you.
of Yavin was a chick.
Thank you for your form of expression. It's quite beautiful.
It really is. I think he meant like, since I'm a whore, that for the $5 I'll dance, but I will not do that.
I'm just typing your birthday in my phone so I don't forget.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
But yeah, so typically on the show, we like to start off by asking what our panel has been watching or playing or reading over the last week. But all 3 of us were at MegaCon, so I don't know if we're going to have anything really like, crazy to talk about. Carrow, have you been watching or reading or playing anything the last week?
You know what? I have. I was just about to pull it up. I've been reading. Let's see. The Legionnaire, Galaxy's Edge, Book 1 by Jason and I can never say these names. Ashbash or Nick Cole. So if you like Marines in space, that's pretty much what that is. It was recommended to me from Twitter from a username called Kentucky Squirrel. And they were like, you might like this. And Kentucky Squirrel seems to understand my reading preferences, and I've really enjoyed it. And then somebody at the convention recommended that I read Rogue Savage Land because I actually hadn't read it. So I read that on Monday. I kind of miss the way that comics used to be done because there's definitely like lots of reasons. It was like, let's just have like Rogue like move seductively through this panel. I'm like, we can bring that back. Like, absolutely. Let's just bring that back because this obviously sold lots of copies as far as I'm concerned. Although the editor part of me got kicked in because there's a panel where like Magneto's clothes are gone, right? Like he got in this fight and the clothes are gone and you get to see all like all those rippling muscles and stuff. So as a female who enjoys, that stuff, I was like, this is nice. And then literally like 2 pages later, like all his clothes came back and I was like, hold on now. Like I was looking at those abs. You can put them back.
Put those back. See, you need to get Bo DeMeo to write it and then he'll be on the St. Andrew's Cross. I do.
We were supposed to have an interview with him today on my podcast called Plot Holes and Payoffs, but somebody couldn't remember what AM and PM was. I won't say who it was. So we have to do it next week. So we'll be actually talking to Bo and I'll bring that up to Bo. I'll be like, Bo, this one scene, like, can you fix it?
That's amazing. I've been hoping to get Bo for forever, and you got him. So good job on you.
Oh, no, that had nothing to do with me. That was all with my co-host.
Oh, Danny's friends with him, right?
Yeah, because it's interesting because Danny and I are friends with very different famous people, and so it's like every now and then we'll talk to the other one. It's like, yeah, I was just talking to so and so. It's like, so and so. It's kind of, so it's like very different Venn diagrams that haven't overlapped yet.
Good old so and so.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Alex G says, play Careless Whisper. Whenever we would discuss anything with Bo, whenever he would pop up in the news, we have a graphic that we play.
Oh. Yeah.
Right? You approve?
Yeah. I know what side he's on, and that's totally fine. I can still be like, yep, good form there. Good form.
Yep. No, we understand. Let's see. Regina Sharp said, how did all that piracy talk not get a Yo-Ho Hogan? I forgot that I had the clip. So that's why. Liquid Fox, member for 18 months, says, hello, Carrow. Welcome to the M4cast and happy birthday, Marvin. Okay, you knew I was going to say it when you said it, but at least I didn't bring up your Bane impression. Oh, wait, my Bane impression is good, damn it.
It is.
Yeah, now I'm not going to do it because, yeah.
You would deprive Carrow of your fantastic acting ability?
I don't want to do it.
Oh, come on.
We'll do it next time. It's okay. I'll come back.
Come on, Marvy.
You thought darkness is your ally, but you merely adopted the dark.
I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was mad, and then it was nothing to me but bright.
That was really good.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. Yep.
Okay, I do actually do a good Joker. So. Now she's rolling her eyes, so now I feel like I have to do it.
I know. It's like I don't know what it is. It's like, well, my whole T-zone is itching right now. So I'm like, oh my goodness, like this is like the worst time to do self-soothing exercises.
Right. Okay.
But he brings out
Because
an
you did it on
allergic
the pro
reaction.
show. I believe you. Like that
Hold
first time we were on the pro show, you did the Joker impression.
Oh, okay. So you've heard it.
Yeah.
I was looking for a monologue to do, so that's
You can still do it. I won't say no.
I'm killing Joker. Memories can be vile, repulsive little brutes, like children, I suppose. I love doing the Joker voice.
They should hire you to do it.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman. I love the Arkham games so much. All right. Hey, 1 second, guys. I'm getting a phone call that I have to take. So if you guys could just for 30 seconds talk amongst yourselves.
Oh. Hello, Lauren. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? I love that mic you've got.
Thank you. It's great because it's like, look, I'm talking, and now I'm talking again. It's really handy.
What I like about it is that it's got a great big Oh, there he is.
Yeah. Sorry, my wife called twice, so I'm like, oh my gosh, is she on the side of the road, like in a car accident? And you know, it was not that. She's just coming home.
Oh, that's good.
So that's where my mind goes immediately. Let's see. Bookstore Thor, Trevor from That Park Place and Criticless says, I was born the day Return of the Jedi hit theaters. That's pretty cool.
Is that a sad thing? Are you
It's an edible.
Bald Hoplite said M Horror Empire. I deserved that. James All Day said, thoughts on the 2026 Disney Legends lineup. Now, so I have seen what this lineup is. It is Chris Berman, the sports broadcaster. That was fine. Jerry Bruckheimer. I mean, he's been a producer for forever. Susan Egan, 100%. First Belle on Broadway, and then she played Megara in the movie, 100%. Eric Goldberg, animator director, yes. Anne Hathaway. I'm a little iffy on Anne Hathaway as a Disney legend, gotta say. What do you guys think?
Actually, this is the first time I'm hearing about it. I get so busy working that sometimes when this current event stuff happens, I'm like, oh, what is that? And then I forget.
I don't know.
I'm guessing this is for the Princess Diaries?
I guess so. I mean, I just feel like she's a little young to be a Disney legend.
Well, they only let geezers in?
I would assume so. I mean, you know. Then you've got Kim Irvine, who was an Imagineer. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, which I'm just like, oh boy, well, you're welcome. And last and least, Bob Iger.
Oh.
Double Bogey Bob? No, that's okay.
Bogey Bob. Regina Sharp also, remember for 13 months, is personally, I was born a poor black child. Okay.
But she got it right.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't understand how The Rock is a Disney legend. I mean, I get it. He did Moana, he did Jungle Cruise, whatever, but I don't know.
Is Jumanji part of Disney still or no?
Jumanji, I don't know because was it originally?
I think it was. Let me look.
Robert Williams movie.
I don't think so.
I have the internet.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Coming up in the world.
Yeah.
I know.
I
if only the internet would work for me.
Well, if it was Fox, then it would be Disney now.
Yeah. That's true.
I thought it was Paramount, but I don't know.
Maybe. But Lauren, have you been watching or reading or playing anything this week?
No. Ever since I got back, I've been scrambling, just trying to get caught up and deal with everything that we're doing on the back end. So I've just been busy.
Mm-hmm. Did you find it, Carrow?
Sony.
Oh. There you go. Well, as for me, I have been reading this monster, and I'm decent chunk into it. as you can see by my bookmark. My bookmark, which is Danny's thing for her comic.
Oh, Veiled Legacy.
Yes, which
the story about the family that gets attacked by Amish vampires.
So I'm reading the script for it right now.
Oh, do you like it?
I actually really like it. Like when it first started, I was just like, okay, where's this going? Okay, they're Amish people, and oh my gosh, like I jumped. Like I like reading a comic book script. I jumped when that happened. So
yeah, she's really good with her prose in that. I think it's because she writes with prose first. I've noticed that because you can always tell when you're looking at a script if somebody's done like long form prose versus just doing comic book scripts. And it definitely like pops a little differently. I've also seen scripts that are written by people who only produce movies, and that's always kind of like cut to and fade out. And it's like, we're not doing that on a page, my man.
Let's see. I'm actually pulling up some of your stuff that you've got going on right now.
I do have stuff.
You do have some stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as watching, I have not been watching pretty much anything. Like I've had very little very, very little ability to do
I'm gonna go see Project Hail Mary this weekend.
I would like to go see that as well. I was supposed to go see it on Monday, and it was not going to happen.
I read the book, and so when I first saw the trailer, that was like, I don't usually like have a very strong response to trailers, but I had retweeted it. I was like, if you guys mess up this movie, I'm going to be very angry because the book's fantastic. I absolutely love the book.
Right. Okay. All right. So Carrow is currently has 3 books that are up for with campaigns. So we're going to take a look at some of those right now because I'm very excited about these.
Thank you for showcasing my work. I appreciate it.
I always love to showcase the work of my friends and those who are deserving. You happen to be both. Yaira, Frost, and Ruin, which is up now on Rippaverse.com. So release date is going to be June 24th, and the reservation cutoff is May 22nd. So this is one of the major characters in the Rippaverse. Is this your first time writing Yaira?
Yeah, the first time I'm writing Yaira. I'm technically co-writing it with Eric.
Oh, you and the boss. Okay.
Yeah. So it was a very enlightening experience because I am a plotter and Eric is a pantser. And at one point I was like, so what's the game plan? He was just like, we're gonna wing it. I was like, no, we're not.
For those of you that don't speak author, I will explain to you what a pantser is. Eric July does not run around pulling down people's pants.
No, this is true. He does not. No.
Yes. So a plotter is somebody who obviously plots out their story from beginning to end before they start. A pantser is somebody who flies by the seat of their pants.
Yes.
So I fall somewhere in the middle because I like to plan out the big moments and then just kind of figure out how to get there as we go along. But so have you gotten him to de-pants?
No,
that's wrong.
Have
you gotten him to stop flying by the seat of his pants?
No, I have not. He will continue to write like that. But when parts of it that I outlined were so that way I could go back and make sure like those Easter eggs and breadcrumbs were in there. That's really why I do it. But he'll come in and like kind of flip things a little bit, kind of like a Chinese film where you think it's one thing and then it turns into another thing. It's like, oh, that's kind of a fun twist. So it was a good learning experience.
So the how many people have, like how many Yaira books is this now?
This would be the 4th Yaira book, but it is not Yaira 4. This is like a side story. It's not part of the main arc, which has been written by the Saska sisters.
I was going to say, is this the first time somebody who isn't the Saskas are writing Yaira?
Yep, it is.
Interesting. That's got to be like
it's intimidating. Yeah, it's really, because first off, I'm writing with the boss, right? And then after that, it's like I'm writing after the Saskas have pretty much kind of like lay claim to this character. So it's just kind of like, I'm just a little tiny author and I'm just doing the best I can. Please don't come for me.
Right.
But it was fun to do this because Eric and I had that you can kind of read it there on the blurb, where there's basically kind of like a task team that's coming after Yaira, and Yaira doesn't have her powers, so we get to see Yaira when she's using like her cunning and wits to get out of the situation, and so I had a lot of fun with that.
So yeah, to read this here. The world knows she's alive. Now they're coming for her. In the wake of the explosive events of Yaira 3, Yaira has been stripped of nearly all her powers and cast into the world alone. Forced to survive without the strength she's relied on, when a shadow organization seizes the opportunity to eliminate her while she's vulnerable, Yaira must fight smarter, not harder, forming an unlikely alliance that challenges everything she thought she knew about herself. If she is not her strength, who is she? Hunted and outgunned, Yaira will learn the answer the hard way. Written by Eric July and Carrow Brown. Interior art by Will Conrad. This looks great.
Yeah, Will's great. He's done The Flash and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I've seen some of those pages. They're like, I'm always like, no notes. I'm just leaving by.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you also have currently up as well, Dirty Deeds Jailbreak, which is actually a novel. This is the first Rippaverse novel, right?
Yep. Yeah, so the story behind the story is that I went to Eric and I was like, I really want to tell this origin story of how the crew got together. He's like, well, can you do it in 90 pages? And then it was like that GIF with like all the math symbols around my head showed up. And then I was like, no, I don't think I could. And that's a hard thing for me to say, because normally it's like, I can tell the story. How many pages do you want it? But for this one, it was like, no, I need more. So I ended up just being like, I'm just going to long form prose it. And so at one point I was like, Eric, I have this book done. You know, if you ever feel the need to throw a book out into the universe, it's right there. And so I think it was like at the start of February, he's like, tell me about that book. Is it done? I was like, yeah, it's done. He was like, okay, we're going to publish it. And I was like, what?
Amazing. I love that they're doing novels. I love that they're actually like, because as far as I know, the only non-graphic book that either, you know, Rippaverse or Ripascend has ever put out was Nerdrotic's autobiography, right?
Yeah, so Ripascend put out or Nerdrotic's autobiography, which I read, and it's really good. Waiting on Nerdrotic, it's his life story of how he went from a place that everybody expected him to fail to becoming one of like the biggest voices, and you know the discussion about I hate saying culture war, but he became one of the biggest voices in the commentary about the current state of pop culture and stuff like that, and he's very insightful. I think a lot of people forget that Nerdrotic used to own his own store and did so for many years. So he's very in tune with pop culture and comics and everything. And like, he's very well read. I've had like the privilege to like have a couple of discussions with him. Very sharp individual. He's very with it.
Yeah, I met him in person. Like, I've gone back and forth with him in messages a few times for things for geeksandgamers.com, but I met him for the first time, like in person, other than like a fan meet and greet at MegaCon, and just what a kind guy.
He's very nice.
What really impressed me at the Geeks and Gamers, you know, at the Red Coconut was how he spent the whole night meeting people, like the whole night. He stood in one place and let people line up to meet him, and never left to go find food, never left to go get a drink, never took a break, just stood there the whole night and met people. Just absolutely, the guy absolutely loves all the people that watch him.
Yeah, he loves to talk to folks. When we had the meetup at the Boozy Bird, when they all came to Texas, we were trying to set up his table, and we're like, hey, where do you want your table to be? And he's like, I don't need a table. And I was like, well, where are you going to be? He's like, I'm just going to walk around. They can come to me. And that's exactly what happened. He just found a spot, and like, they just all like, and I think what I really like about Gary's fan base is that like, he doesn't have to order the line. The line orders itself just fine.
This is very true.
Yeah.
This is very true. The you know, on Friday night we were all at Universal Studios for the in park event. I noticed like there was this one moment where we were all of us were in Hogsmeade, and Lauren knows what I'm talking about. Like, it was every YouTuber in our space, just about. Like, I think the only ones that like weren't there were like Midnight's Edge and like Mr. H and Az. Like everybody, like the Drinker was there, Nerdrotic was there, Geeks and Gamers was there, Disparu was there at some point in the night. You know, obviously we were there, Pro was there, Wicked Virtue, you had just everybody from Geeks and Gamers. It was insane how many YouTubers were crammed into one spot. And of course, you know, Cole Hauser was there too, and he sticks out. So
Cole Hauser's great. He's such a good person.
We're going to get Cole Hauser on the show, I think, one of these weeks coming up soon, because I love that man. I was like, please don't go back to Canada. Please stay in the US. I was like, you're more of an American than a lot of Americans that I know. So, but the one more book that you are working on right now, Carol, because as if you didn't have enough on your plate, is Smuggler's Stitch. This one is exciting. This sounds like a really cool one. Comes out July 22nd. Reservation cutoff April 27th. I bought this one the other day. Very, very exciting. Why don't you talk a little bit about this one?
So Smuggler Stitch follows a character named Cedric, and if you read ISOM 1, he is one of the individuals who actually makes the superhero suits. And I remember the first time I read Cedric on that page, and I was like, I really want to write this guy because he's so fun. And I don't want to ruin it for you because when you get there, you'll read it. But he says a couple of lines, which were like the first thing that like grabbed my attention. So in a writing meeting, when I was talking to Eric, he was like, you know what, Carrow, like you're technically a writer now because you came out with Rippaverse 3. So what do you want to write? And I was like, I want to write about Cedric. I really want to write about Cedric. And he was like, well, how many pages are you thinking? I was like, give me whatever. I don't care. I just want to write it. So he gave me like 45. I was able to tell the story in 40. I added 2 more pages for the artist because he wanted to do like a couple of splash pages. And it's basically the story of how Cedric is able to corner the market and his little thing that he's got going on. And I had a lot of fun with it. And I hope everybody else likes it too. It's got like some fun twists in there.
So there you go, guys. Head over to Rippaverse.com and pre-order these books by Carrow because you guys won't be disappointed. She's a phenomenal writer. I even just flipping through, like I bought a novel from you at MegaCon and I was reading through it a little bit and just, you know, you have a way with words, my friend. And
is that Queen of Swords and Silence? That was my very first book, and it was probably the worst publishing experience I've ever had. Like, it was bad because for everybody, a quick recap. I had the worst editor on that project initially, and in my book, I have which looks a lot like this cover over here. My character has a sentient sword, and everybody's always like, oh, is your sentient sword a god or whatever? It's like, no, it's just a sentient sword that wants to like stab everybody. It's really basic here. Okay. But at one point my editor was like, sentient swords don't act like this. And I was like, it's like, do you have one? Like, can I talk? Is it in the room with you right now? Can I talk to it?
You can get some really great insight from your sentient sword.
Yeah. And so, you know, I ended up having to talk to like the person above her, and I was like, where is this person coming from? Like, and so it turned into a discussion, and this was a big learning moment for me because there's a difference between editing a work and then trying to have it rewritten as you would have written it. Right. And so that ended up being the discussion that she and I had because she wanted the sentient sword to behave a certain kind of way because that's how she would have written it. And I was like, no, he's supposed to be cringe. Like, he's not supposed to be like some benevolent whatever character.
Right. And like at the end of the day, she didn't write it. You did.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so that was my fun story. But that was my first book baby that I've ever written.
Mm-hmm. The people are asking about the cover art for some of these. So I'm gonna pull that up real quick. So that's one of the covers right there.
Yeah, I saw that one come in. I was like, that's good.
That is pretty cool. I like that one. And then this is the other one. This one's neat. I think I like this one. That
one's fun too. I think everybody's gonna like that character.
Yeah. Oh, so much fun. So much fun. Oh, Mike Glass wants to know what your favorite bands are.
My favorite band? Ley Lines, because my friend Caleb's in that band. It's actually his band. And then after that, Prodigy and like, do they have to be around right now?
I mean, they don't have to be around right now. No.
I used to really like Savage Garden before they broke up, and then I also had a thing for the Venga Boys when they were around. I don't know what it was. Like, their songs were like basic as anything, but I was just kind of like, you know, whoa. So anyway, that's me. Actually, my music taste is all over the place. I will listen to pretty much anything.
That's awesome. Let's see here. I feel like there was something else I had to cover, but oh, you know what? Somebody is just joining us now. It is the one, the only. Play the clip. Martin Stone is here.
Hey, glad to be here. I didn't see the link until just a few minutes ago, so I thought I was like disinvited for my hateful comments about Kit Fisto and the Natolan people.
I must have missed that. Was that the week I wasn't here?
No, I don't have a bad word to say about Kit Fisto.
Who has a bad word to say about Kit Fisto other than like Palpatine?
Who would say a bad word about somebody with a name like Kit Fisto? That sounds like a bad person to say bad words about.
It really does, doesn't it?
You're very much right. Martin Stone, what have you been watching or playing or reading this week?
Mostly reading for me. Right now, I'm reading through Flannery O'Connor's book, That Which Rises Converges. I can't remember the exact name of it, but I've also been reading some Star Wars stuff.
Oh, what Star Wars stuff?
Let's see. I finished The Courtship of Princess Leia and also Ghosts of Tatooine.
Fantastic. That's awesome.
I gotta say, Ghosts of Tatooine would have actually made a fine movie.
Yeah, I could see that.
Sounds like I need to read that next. We'll just put it on my list.
Lauren, how is your son enjoying Revenge of the Sith?
I didn't get a chance to ask him. He was here briefly the other day, so I could give him the gifts that I got for him at MegaCon, but it was like a 5-minute good to see you, and he had to be out the door again. So yeah. I don't know if he's even started it. He does that a lot. He'll ask me questions about books. He'll ask if he can borrow a book. He'll borrow a book. He throws it in the corner, and he doesn't read it. So I don't know yet. But as soon as I hear
novelization of Revenge of the Sith by Matthew Stover must be read. I will accept nothing else.
I will tell him that you have laid some type of a curse upon him, and that until he finishes it, that curse will be levied against him.
That book, like, started me down my career path. Like, I love that book so much. It is absolutely funny. It's so much better than the movie. It's not even funny. What? You don't think so?
No, I was just curious. I'm coming at something from a sideways angle. Did you ever listen to or read the William Shakespeare's adaptations of the Star Wars movies?
I perused. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to be one of those guys. That's fine.
Okay. A couple of things. One, I did, and oddly, peruse actually means to consume in its entirety.
Does it really?
Yeah. People use it incorrectly.
Apparently, so did I. All right.
He skimmed it.
Yeah, skimmed it. A little skimming. Oh, hold on. Here comes trouble. What up, Trouble?
Trouble. Hi, Carrow. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I'm not Trouble. Don't listen to him.
She's so excited that there's another girl right now. You have no idea.
Like, although I did see, because I set everything up, and I did see, oh, there's a music discussion. Too bad Trish isn't here for it.
Yeah.
Hey, Trish. Did you see that where we were signing at MegaCon that we were right across from the Supernatural?
She didn't see this.
No. Look at Lauren's face. He's like reveling and rubbing it in my face. You see what I put up with Carrow? They've been nice to you, right?
I forgot
so far.
I forgot.
It's my first time here.
Yeah, I forgot to set this up as a
You'll see how they really are.
So hold on, let me find the image.
Hold on, let me find the thing to really rub it in her face.
Yeah, no, you have to have this rubbed in your face.
Wow.
So hold on.
See? Do you see?
I'm seeing. I'm observing it.
Right.
It was right in front of us the entire time. Stared at all. Yep.
I can't. And I couldn't even feel it.
There was a person there with a chamois rag that was constantly wiping it down.
My baby.
To get all of the fingerprints off of it.
And you didn't steal that car for me. Do I mean anything to you guys?
Nope.
No hesitation. That was brutal.
None. And I've known him longer than anyone on the panel. He's like,
20 years. What? No, just no.
No, not enough. Not enough to steal the car.
I think Grand Theft Auto's at like 35 years.
Oh, yeah, like I'm not stealing a car for you. I
when are you going to be on my side, Martin?
With larceny?
Yeah, when are you going to be on my side with larceny?
You're going to back me up with stealing stuff.
We're on 2 shows together, Martin. Does that mean nothing to you?
We stream together. We're best friends.
You know.
To my knowledge, we've never committed a crime together.
No, we haven't.
Have we ever? No, we haven't. Not that I would admit to on the air.
Did you jaywalk together?
We might have. I don't know, have we ever walked anywhere together? Like everywhere, every time you and I have ever hung out, we have just like been in a place.
I know,
What the
but
heck do you
walking
hover?
has ensued. Yeah, I know. Like we don't have hoverboards or like
Oh.
Heelys. Those cool. Oh, look at it! It's so pretty.
Yeah, this was in front of us for 3 straight hours. Lauren and I were just staring at it. We were like, "Oh, that's pretty. That's a nice car. I wonder what it is."
I
got
have.
to get in. I got to sit in it for a couple of minutes.
Is that a lie or is that true?
No, it's totally a lie.
Okay.
We were
I was gonna say,
going
no.
to. We were. I was fully. I was. Yeah, you pay for it. It's like $50.
You pay for it.
Like I was ready to plop down $50 to be like, let's make Trish really jealous, and I'll spend money on this. But
So spiteful.
And like in the trunk, they had all the weapons.
Mm.
And like
Yep.
in the car, they had like all the props too. Like it was very complete.
If you would have gotten to sit in that car, you who has given up on that show,
Not given up.
the wounds would never look at Lauren. The wound would never heal.
I love it. I should have paid for you to get in that car.
we were gonna get in the car and like take pictures with it, and each picture was gonna be us going like this.
Yeah.
To just show how it doesn't mean as much to us as it does to you.
So I take it you're a Supernatural fan?
Yeah, it's my favorite show.
I'm on.
And
I got finished season 10. Yeah.
look at Carrow's made it way further than you.
Season 1.
Season
That's
1.
it? That's all you've seen?
I've gotten through.
I
season
love her.
1.
I love her. Come back anytime, Carrow. I love it.
There was there's this thing that's like every time I'm like really sick and I can't move or anything, like I just kind of like weekly go for my tablet and bring it over, and then I pull up Supernatural and I just let it play and just like watch it between naps.
when I was watching it on Netflix and they would have that message like, "Are you still watching?" I'm like, "Don't judge me." Yes,
Yeah.
still watching
Yeah.
it.
Judgmental. Are you still watching this Netflix message? Or can you stop it?
It's like,
Of
and
course
why
I
can't I skip when you couldn't necessarily always skip the intro? It was like not quick enough. I'm like, I know what happened. I just watched it. Like,
The only thing more
Move it along.
obnoxious than the Netflix "Are you still watching this?" is my Apple Watch, which is constantly like, "Don't you think it's time to get up and like move around?" And I'm like, "No,
I don't.
don't judge me, watch.
My sedentary lifestyle. How dare you?
Yeah. Come on."
You don't know my life.
Yeah. Hold on. I have to.
I don't trust what Lauren is doing right now.
I don't trust it either. I have no idea what he's doing.
Trust it.
I'm actually doing work stuff that I forgot to do in the background. So
Okay.
Oh, that makes
Don't-
sense.
don't worry, I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just
I would also like to remind everybody, Lauren is my ally, and he was like, I should have plopped down money just to
I
really
told
stab
you
you in the
you
heart.
have a flimsy alliance.
I'm rock solid, but I don't know now with Lauren.
What is the
Is
alliance?
this how we're
I'm
starting?
new.
So no, they formed an alliance against me as far as the power struggle on this show.
We just
goes.
formed an alliance, period.
Because they were very bickery with each other in the beginning.
That's not true.
You were very bickery with each other in the
We're
beginning.
more like playfully pestering each other.
You still do that though.
Yeah.
So what was the point of the alliance?
But now we agree to take each other's side on things.
Right. It's like OPEC, where they agree to do stuff, but they don't really follow through.
I have backed up Lauren against William Thompson.
With the hat
This is
thing?
true.
Well, who wouldn't?
By the way, I have to ask, did you put this in my clips?
Pudding!
Kevin did.
I was like, where did this come from? Like,
And I got to use it when you weren't on. And I was like, yes. Yeah, we snuck it in there.
That was a fun episode when they were in the insane asylum. Yeah. I know that clip.
Ugh.
I to never leave again.
That is in there for every time they bring up Star Wars, particularly when it's not a Star Wars topic. Like sometimes it'll make its way into a conversation that has nothing. My favorite was the Beatles, talking about the Beatles, and then Star Wars came up and I was like, I can't handle this. So
Pudding!
There you
That's
go.
like when I have a stream with one of my friends and they do knitting stuff, and at one point me and one of the co-hosts will always at some point start talking about Star Trek, and they're like, please stop. And I was like, no, I listen to you guys talk about sports ball for like 40 minutes. I'm gonna geek out for at least 10. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
you know, let me
I
have
feel like
my
Ringo
few
would
minutes.
run with the Star Wars talk.
Martin,
What?
stop it. He's just trying to get me to be like, oh, Ringo would love it. You know, I'm too clever for that. Stop.
What? To talk about the Beatles?
No, for him to try to trick me with.
Please, no. Covered with scorpions. Oh, covered with scorpions.
No! Covered with scorpions! Get them off me! What are you doing to my head?
I'm sorry, Trish,
got
my
to
hand
talk-
slipped.
I got to talk to that voice actor. He's pretty cool.
I saw him at MegaCon and I walked past him and I'm like, I wish I could talk to him, but I had to pay him. But you know, like I wasn't sure what I was paying for yet, and then I couldn't find his booth again after that.
Pictures and selfies. I'll have to show you. He got the claws out. We got to both make like Wolverine poses.
He is the Wolverine voice in my head whenever I like read a comic.
Well, he told me an interesting tidbit. Let me find the picture real quick while you guys talk.
Go for it.
Well, you're finding that. What's this about, Mark? What am I mean? What I do?
You are.
I didn't threaten to like, I don't know, sit in some Star Wars space machine and like rub it in their face the way they were doing to me.
Some Star Wars space machine?
I don't care what it's called. I don't care. I want you to know whatever inclination towards Star Wars I may have had, you have all absolutely just pulverized it into the ground.
I think one day we should do a super chat goal in which you have to then, because I have to watch Bluey now. So
I don't care. Who inflicted that pain on you? It wasn't me.
Packing Protons did.
That Bluey is fun. It's good even.
I know.
No, Packing Protons.
All right, what we got here, Carrow?
I had him sign this for me.
That's nice.
And I'm covering up my government name, so I need you guys to forgive me. Here we go. Without the glare. But what he told me that I thought was interesting, it was that he's like, you know, I'm doing this voice acting for so long. There's one thing I noticed that nobody picked up on except for me and this other voice actor. I was like, well, what was that? And he was like, Wolverine and Gambit don't talk to each other like ever, right? And so when this scene happened, it was just done for cool factor. Like they never really talked to each other outside of like Wolverine telling like move out of the way, Cajun, and stuff like that.
Out
So
of the
he
way,
was
Gumbo.
Yeah, so it was so bizarre for him to be like, why would they team up? They don't even stay in the same room together. And I was like, you know what? It was still cool to look at. Okay.
You know what? I need to because I'm rewatching the series right now. I think I have to start paying attention if Wolverine and Gambit ever talk, because he always calls them Gumbo or Cajun. So I always figured they were talking. What, Trish? What?
You're rewatching a show?
Like here and there, like, you know, once in a while.
Here, you gave up on Supernatural.
I did not give up on Supernatural. I just have other things I sometimes have to watch.
I don't even care if you watch it. I just want you to stop lying.
I'm not lying. I'm gonna go back to it. I'm very invested in the story.
Oh yeah,
those guys and their dad and the demons.
Guys and their dad. That tells you how not far into the show he is. Those guys. And
he hasn't picked up on the formula yet. Like there's a formula that every season does.
You sound like Jamie Kennedy in Scream. There's a formula, a very simple formula.
No, because at one point somebody was kind of like, you won't believe what happened in the season. So I thought about it, and so I like outlined it, and they were like, oh, so you have seen it. I was like, no, it's just how the show goes.
It has its own formula.
Yeah.
I love it. I don't want to hear that more. I've got Carrow now, apparently. So I don't need you.
All right, let me get some super chats, and then we're going to talk about a show.
That's why he really brought me. He was like, talk to her about Supernatural. She'll leave me alone.
It's really what it's all about.
Liquid Fox for 5 Canadian says, "Oh, that's Canadian Bane. I don't want to do Canadian Bane."
Yep, you got to. 5 Canadian.
Oh yeah, see, Liquid. Carol said it was good while lying through her teeth. LOL. Just kidding. I will say it is improving. Thank you.
It is improving. It is.
I don't know. Where did Canadian Bane come from? Like, how did that happen? Like, how did it go from Bane to doing Canadian Bane?
You did Bane, and like, I think it sounded Canadian somehow, and Lauren pointed it out.
Did you say or something?
I just I don't know. He just started slipping in.
Yeah. Regina Sharp for 5 says, been spending most our lives living as Amish vampires. There you go. I'll make sure that Danny knows that you appreciate her work. Regina Sharp for 20 says, all hail Empress Trish, ruler of the Fem4 Empire. She from which bringeth the dawn. She warms the spring. Queen of the 7 kingdoms. Holder of the Iron Throne. Washer of dishes. Par excellence. Etc. etc., etc.
Carrow, she knew. She was clapping. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
I have a new best friend. This is so exciting.
I knew that's why I said she was just like because I was like, hey, we're starting early. She's like, oh, I can't make it till 8. She's like, oh, but I saw you were bringing somebody from Rippaverse on. I won't have anything to contribute to that conversation. I'm like, no, this person is going to become your best friend.
Yes.
So she thought we were all going to just talk about comics. We already did that. So Regina Sharp for 5 says, I saw Star Wars and the Space Machine in concert back in
what was the music you guys are talking about?
Oh, yeah, what bands do you like?
Yeah, my favorite bands, and I was like, did they have to be alive or dead, or like what's my? And they were just like whatever. So I was talking about how I really like Ley Lines because my friend Caleb is in Ley Lines. And then I said I even like the Venga Boys, even though they're not around anymore. And then Prodigy, and like I pretty much listen to anybody. So
nice.
Prodigy's like
Soundgarden.
Yeah, Savage Garden as well. Before they broke,
Savage Garden.
Yeah,
it's a little different, Mark.
It's very different, and I've always found it a bit disturbing that Soundgarden sounded like they sounded, and Savage Garden sounded like they sounded. The total switch in the names there.
It's the Savage, right?
Yeah.
The way that I was watching a documentary about why they broke up and what happened afterwards, and I was like, man, there's like a lot here. Like I just thought they were done, but no, they actually like legit broke up. I was like, oh man,
it's like Hall & Oates.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're a little bit better now, though.
Regina Sharp for 5 also says, as the narrator, Marv had indeed given up on Supernatural.
No see-through. Remember when I was like, you don't have the eye of the tiger, and he was just like, what do you mean you don't have the eye of the tiger?
That whole scene ad-libbed was amazing.
He has no idea what that is. None.
I have no idea.
That's a great scene.
I liked how it was so good. They're like, no, we have to put in the end credits.
Yes, I did cause this. You're right.
By putting us together.
Yeah.
Now we are together. We can high five.
Oh, I'm terrible at this.
You're horrible at this.
There we go.
Just move your hand to the side, woman.
She's that way for me, but I have to move the other way.
I know.
To hit her. It's like doing it in a mirror. I don't like it. Jeez, that wasn't as fluid as you thought that was. You were like,
no, I knew what I was doing.
Thank you, Martin.
All right, so we have to. I know it's old news at this point. It's probably about 2-week-old news, but we have to talk about Buffy.
Okay.
And I brought Carrow on.
But the thing is, because she's my new best friend, I don't know if she's happy about this being canceled or not.
No, she is.
I am.
Oh, okay, good. Oof.
Yeah, no, we're all of one.
Oh.
This script was one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever seen.
I was.
I only saw one.
So I
knew it was going to be.
I have the whole thing.
I knew it was going to be when I saw that they were asking people to not find the script.
Oh, did you see that when Sarah Michelle Gellar was like, "Guys, don't read the script," and I'm like, "Why? Why, Sarah? Why should no one read the script, Sarah?"
Sarah Michelle.
My birthday twin. She's my actual birthday twin. No, it was so they were doing the nonsense with the Buffy is now a washed up, broken shell of a former hero who has a mundane job and a crappy life, and now this young, stunning, and brave new Slayer is going to come along. So, but she doesn't show up until the last 2 minutes of the trailer. Or not trailer, the pilot.
So they did a Force Awakens.
Yeah. They did exactly a Force Awakens with Luke. Only you didn't know that Luke was like a broken down shell of a human being. But I guarantee you the reason why there are no Slayers anymore was going to be really dumb. What this did, essentially, it erased the finale. It erased all the stakes of the finale. Because apparently there's a new Sunnydale. So Sunnydale sinking into the Hellmouth is gone. There is Spike is already back from Angel, but we like that one. We're okay with that one. And then you have the Slayer army is gone. And I'm just like, well, what was the point of any of this then?
Is it like No, because like stuff went down in Angel as well. Like they had a second Hellmouth.
Mm-hmm.
So they just retcon 2 shows essentially.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah. And there was a canon season 8, which apparently Disney didn't care about. The comics, the comics that Joss wrote.
I'm so glad this is not happening.
I'm so glad too.
Like, so I just feel like we've been kicked around so long. I forgot what it felt like to win, and this felt like a win.
Yeah, because 5 years ago, this gets made.
Yeah, it does.
100% gets made. And you know,
so I have a question about the original ending to Buffy, the TV series, not the extended comic book stuff.
Mm-hmm.
When Buffy distributes her power, is that just to all the potential slayers, or is that to all women on the planet?
No, it's to everybody that could be a slayer, because this is what happened with Faith.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I misunderstood that part, because when I watched, I remember thinking, so it's going to all women on the planet everywhere, not just...
That would be terrifying. I would be against that idea. Yeah.
Well, except it would be less terrifying than you think, because it would be so diluted, because it does mention that some portion of her power is going to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So you spread that out over 4 billion people, and I don't know, extra paper clip that you can lift up.
Well, you know, it's strange though, because Buffy, I never saw it as her splitting her power, because they all have like, Buffy's not even the Slayer at that point.
Right.
Buffy has not been the Slayer since season 1. She's an anomaly from the moment that the Master kills her.
Technically, it's Faith.
Faith is the Slayer, and Kendra before her was the Slayer.
I mean, technically, Buffy died like twice, right?
She did die twice, but there was no new Slayer activated because she's an anomaly. She already passed on being the Slayer. It's like a cosmic oopsie that she's like still, you know, alive and a Slayer. Gosh, I love Faith so much. But real quick, Regina Sharp for 5 said, noted, don't let Trish back up the trailer.
I don't get it.
Because you have no spatial awareness with this thing.
I can maneuver a vehicle.
But I wanted to get to this. So Carrow, Team Spike or Team Angel? And now Trish and I go,
I don't think she deserves either of them. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's actually a really good answer, because she doesn't deserve either of them.
If you had to choose, which one?
Oh, I'm totally banging Spike. I'm banging Spike. There's no question here.
I think the more interesting question is astronauts or cavemen?
Cavemen.
Who wins that fight?
Astronauts.
Astronauts, thank you.
Cavemen.
So my issue with Angel is actually from the Angel series, because in the beginning the character switched him, if you remember, because he was dark and broody and he was trying to talk, like he was the voice of reason. He was the same man in the room trying to tell everybody how to be. And then by the end of this series, he was like the goofball doing the jokes and stuff like that. And the team he had made were like the serious ones, like talking down to him. And I was like, when did this happen?
Yeah, like, so he gets like more stoic again in season 5. But
because in the very final season, he was the one, because he came into like the hotel after they had it, and then he was like, I got the info, and they're like, how'd you do it? And he's like, I hired a private investigator. And they were like, we're private investigators, right? And that was like the moment where I was like, we did a switch. And I know, like, you know, after he got together with like the werewolf chick, like he kind of like mellowed out like a little bit, but he but it was like at that point, it was, I think Whedon had been told like we have to wrap up the show, so he was like, okay, well, I guess we'll put it back on plot, whatever.
Like season 2, in the beginning of season 2, he got so dark that they had to lighten him up, because he, like, Batman would have been like, dude, lighten up, like during the Darla and Drusilla stuff, when he fires them all and then, like, you know, just goes off on his own. Like, he was like, that was him hitting rock bottom. I love that episode though, where he sleeps with Darla and doesn't turn evil. And not our Lorne, but Lorne on the show has the greatest line of all time. And he goes, what do you think? You're the first guy ever who woke up, look what was lying next to him, and went, oofa.
I love Lorne. Both Laurens,
the
but I am
best
talking
character.
about Angel Lauren right now.
Yeah, I hate that actor passed away. They ended up killing him in the comics too because of it. But I mean, yeah. So with the Slayer army gone, you know that Willow probably wasn't going to be in it except for like a cameo. I don't think anybody from the original was going to be in it except for her.
Spike, James Marsters hinted like he could theoretically show up.
But
so if anyone would,
I don't want that because he looks older now. I don't care how well he's aged. He looks visibly. Him and David Boreanaz are visibly older.
They have technology to smooth out those edges.
You think they were going to pay for de-aging on every shot that those two were in? There was no way in hell that was.
Why not? They pay those writers, don't they?
Ugh.
Point.
Yeah, oh, man, it's like that one line in the in the script where she's like, you're trying to weaponize my feminism. And he's like, I was trying to take your agency, babe.
If anyone watched me and my dear brother Kevin Apollo discuss this, I did say, to be fair, now I didn't read, you read more than I did, I believe. But I said, just based on that looked like it could have had a tongue-in-cheek tone to it. Like it was being, cheeky. I don't know how the rest of the script went, but to me, it felt like they were trying to capture that, snarky, like they were trying to make it sound ridiculous. They weren't, right. I'm not articulating it very well, but you know what I'm getting at. Position. Yeah. Like they were poking fun at it as opposed to doing it sincerely. But I don't know because he's read more than I have. I just read the one thing.
Right. Plus, you'd have to see how the actors deliver it.
I know it's not the Slayer because wasn't the Slayer named Nova?
Yeah.
There was no Nova in that dialogue, so it's not her. So to me, it was like, oh, it could have been like a dialogue you see like in an opening of the show or, going by in an opening of a scene. And it was just like supposed to be dumb fun.
Right.
Because we talked about what if they were...
Nova is a very Joss Whedon name to give a character.
Well, we were talking about if they were trying to capture that. And I feel like I understand why they would and should, but also why they're not going to be able to. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because if it doesn't sound like that, it doesn't sound like Buffy. But they're not going to be able to sound like that. So I get why they try, but I don't care because it's not happening.
Well, Hollywood's been trying to ape his voice for decades now.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And it never works.
Right.
You have to actually be funny.
Yeah.
And he knows his craft. He knows how to plot a story, and he knows when to give credit to things beliefs he doesn't share.
Yeah, I think the one thing that a lot of new writers seem to it's a watered down skill at this point when it comes to dialogue, because I know everybody likes to talk about how amazing the dialogue is, and it is very good. I usually recommend everybody go watch like the first episode of Firefly, the pilot, just to see how those characters all talk to each other, because their dialogue reveals a lot about each other without having to actually say it, right? But the one thing that Whedon does really well that I find that modern writers are struggling with is that they're not treating dialogue like a fencing match. Because when you have dialogue with another character, for whatever reason, it has to be a back and forth. They both want something from each other and they're trying to get it in some shape or form. And because the newer generation that's coming through has zero communication skills, this is like a very foreign concept to them. So what they're trying to do is mimic what they see. But it's just like when you trace a picture, where you can trace it as much as you want, but it's still not going to be anything like that other picture.
Right. Do you know who Drew Struzan is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
He was an artist. He did a bunch of stuff, bunch of movie posters in the 80s. Back in the 70s, he did album art. Like he did the Welcome to My Nightmare album cover.
Nice.
And then he did the Star Wars movie posters, did some Indiana Jones stuff, but he did the Muppet movie stuff.
Oh.
And at some point, the Jim Henson Company decided, or maybe it was when Disney had already got their hooks in, they decided, oh, we're just going to take a picture of the puppets, and that's going to be the cover. And it just looked dead because they're just felt. He was able to bring life to them in the still, right? And I think that's kind of what you were talking about, dialogue and and the way modern writers can't put spark into it,
Mhm.
it sort of reminds me of that.
You know what?
The tracing thing.
Somebody who apparently is familiar with this guy's work. Nolan is here.
Hi, friends. Good to see you all.
He's got a Pac-Man hat on.
Why is that a thing that we're happy about?
Because Nolan and I, we have like an ongoing thing about how one of the ghosts is named Clyde. Because it's
Yes.
like inky, blinky,
The red one's
inky and
Clyde.
Yeah. And we just like that one of them's names doesn't rhyme. Clyde. They don't get it, Nolan. It's fine. I get it.
They
You
don't
it.
understand our thing. Our beautiful, beautiful ghosts in Pac-Man. We love our little pizza pack.
Not everybody has Pac-Man fever.
Good to see you, friends.
Good to see
Hola.
Nolan, we were talking about Buffy not getting picked up.
And how exciting
I think
it is.
that's for the better. Because
all
especially after
got
seeing that
like
Harry Potter
Buffy.
trailer, I don't think we need any more reboots ever again.
You know what, Nolan? That was a phenomenal transition here.
Nolan is incredible at segues, right, Martin?
you. Yes.
That was an
Incredible.
Thank
unbelievable
you.
segue, and I'm really happy about that. Also, I'll be booty checking in for $2 saying Harry Potter trailer with something.
What an amazing
Oh, is that Black
avatar.
Snape and Dobby?
Yes.
It is. Okay, it's Black Snape it's Dobby giving the F5 to Black Snape.
So, Carrow, you may see if I'll be booty super chats again may go through
More.
5 avatars.
Okay.
And they're always like personalized.
Mhm.
On topic.
And we're always in awe of how quickly they are whipped up.
Yeah,
So creative.
it's weird how quick they are whipped up.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
Sincerely, it's impressive.
You know what? I have to actually redo the
I
screen.
gotta be honest with you, with the Harry Potter thing. Like I'm so detached. I mean,
I know.
like
you are in watch the world burn mode with this one already.
yeah, and I'm really liking. I mean, I'm nowhere near. I'm only still in book 1. I'm chipping away little bits at a time. But I love the full cast recording, and I'm like, can we please not dull my sparkle with?
So Trisha's
all
given up on the
this.
full cast recording apparently because she didn't finish the first one.
I just listened to it last night, so
Okay.
no, I'm just going slowly as opposed to a full complete stop. Marv.
Hugh Laurie is spectacular as Dumbledore.
I think all of the voices are great. I don't know how Hagrid sounds just like Robbie Coltrane. I don't get it.
It's the guy that played Robert Baratheon in Game of Thrones, and
I
he
don't know
sounds
who that is.
exactly like Robbie Coltrane.
He sounds just like him. The one thing that I have a little trouble with is telling Ron and Harry apart.
Yes, and that doesn't go away when they age up.
It doesn't. It's a
Okay.
little difficult.
Look at Karen.
Oh, look at that. How did you not drop those? I would have dropped all of
That
those.
was
It would have been a
impressive,
mess.
Is that the
Wait a minute.
additions with the art in them?
They
No.
look like,
These are all my first editions.
I was just going to say, based on like what I can tell of the art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
So, all right. So you are clearly a Potterhead, like most of us here.
Yeah, I grew up in England for a little while, and just like everybody else, when you're in England, you must at some point read Jane Austen and Harry Potter. It's like required.
Rule.
Yes.
So we can't play it because Warner Brothers will smack us with a copyright strike so hard it'll make our head spin. But we can go kind of frame by frame here and look at this. So my first thought was, number one, why is it so dark? But I was okay with how dark it was because I'm like, okay, well, if Privet Drive is really dark and dreary, I'm okay with that. As long as Hogwarts is then vibrant and like once you get to the wizarding world, everything is bright. You're doing a Wizard of Oz thing at that point. Okay, cool. I'm there for it. No, everything just had the Zack Snyder, color desaturation. So right away, I didn't like that. 2, why can't Vernon and Dudley be fat?
I still say that her description from the first book of Vernon is not necessarily fat. He could just
beefy,
be,
man. She keeps calling him beefy.
Mhm. And he works in a construction related industry. So when I originally read that, I read that as Just he's a burly guy.
Okay. Well, but Dudley is described as being the size of a baby.
He's totally poorly.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Dudley
round.
is fat.
Doesn't he even say he's got like a little piggy something? Doesn't he say that about him?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, she is like
say that
vicious.
about him.
With the way she describes the Dursleys between Aunt Petunia's horse face and Dudley being fat and Uncle Vernon's purple face, like she is so vivid in her descriptions of them. But I mean, like Dudley in this just kind of looks like every 90s bully.
Let me make this larger. I had this too small because I gotta be honest with you. I only saw stills. I didn't actually watch this thing. So.
Yeah.
When my
Marv,
wife and
I have to
read,
ask then, one of the biggest criticisms I've seen with this trailer, myself included, is the lack of John Williams' score. So what you're telling me here is 90s bully. This trailer would be better if it had the Bulk and Skull music.
Kind of. You know, I actually didn't mind the lack of the John Williams score because I really like the music that they use in the full cast audio. I was hoping they were going to use it here too, but I guess not.
I think you have to use Hedwig's theme. I think that's a non-negotiable. I think that has to pop up somewhere.
I really like the do, 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 do.
Is that Dudley looking all piggy?
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
hold on.
fascinating.
I was on the other screen.
That's him surrounded by all his wonderful presents.
Yeah. There it is.
I kind of want to check my books now.
Those were all drawn by J.K. Rowling, weren't they?
Mine are right here. I'll be right back. We'll go get them.
So.
She did do sketches that appeared in later editions, I think.
So we've got this clip of Harry running through the school and getting beat up by Dudley's gang. Now, this is something in the books that are only like ever hinted at, or like they tell the story that this. So I guess they're showing these things, which I'm okay with.
Well, in the first book, it does describe being chased and then ending up on the
roof.
The top of the
it
chimney.
skimmed it. That was the thing.
And there's Dudley. That's what Dudley looks like in this. I don't know how that's Dudley Dursley, but you know, at least he's blonde. Like at least they got that right. Aunt Petunia looks like a demon in this. Like...
I was gonna say, so like my big issue with this trailer was like, I know the Dursleys weren't nice people, but like this trailer like makes them extra cruel.
There's no humor in them in this. Like they were like Bulk and Scully, I think, in the movies, right? Like they were a little goofy.
Mm-hmm. But this is just mean. And I guess coming at it from my perspective, like this was supposed to be a thing for kids. So like, you know, I'll say, or from a kid perspective, right? Because one of the things that did happen with the books is that the narration got more mature as Harry grew up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as we grew up with Harry, supposedly. And like this was like not like what we're talking about, like, or what we're seeing right here. I was like, why is this even necessary? Like, why did we have to really dive into this? And the part where she's like, you're not special and blah, 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 like that, it felt, I don't know, like I keep going back to the word cruel over and over. And the only people in the story that were cruel were the legit villains in this. And I feel like this takes away from the big redemption arc that the Dursleys have. Especially when her and Harry, like, you know, with his aunt actually connect over the fact that Voldemort is back. Like, there's a big tone shift that happens there. Mm-hmm. Because up until then, their biggest issue with Harry wasn't any, well, the issue with Harry was that they wanted to be normal, and his presence reminded them that things were not normal. Like, that was the big crux of that.
I think for Petunia, he was a Horcrux. They're living with the Horcrux.
Yeah, I think for Petunia, it also brings up, you know, like the fact that she was still salty about not being chosen to go to Hogwarts. Mm-hmm. It's just a constant reminder of that for her, and that's why she clings to normalcy so much. It's, well, if I couldn't be extraordinary, then I'm going to be obsessively normal.
But yeah, on my neighbors.
I mean, but the scene that they're showing, not the "you're not special" line that she has, that seems unreasonable, but like when she cuts his hair like that is from the book, because she cuts his hair to the point where it's nothing but his fringe left, and then he wakes up the next morning and his hair's all grown back.
But is that a scene, or is that just a thing
they talk about in the book?
Yeah,
it's a
thing. Because I just listened to that not that long ago, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's not like a whole to do. You just
but But in a live action setting, you would have to show those things.
But I do wonder if maybe some of this is what each of us is bringing to the novel. You know, when you have an audiobook, it sort of solidifies things. And when you have a movie, it definitely solidifies things. But when you're reading it, you bring your own presuppositions to it. It's just you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, when my wife read from the first book, the Dursley stuff from the first book to my kids, it sounded like a Roald Dahl book. But when I read it to my kids, it sounded like Kurt Vonnegut.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Breakfast of Champions, that kind of Kurt Vonnegut.
Yeah. Because Roald Dahl, like I never really thought about it, but yeah, it does have that kind of, or it could, I should say, have that kind of tinge to it. Yeah.
Right. So Roald Dahl, when he wrote adults, it was clear he didn't like them. And he only barely tolerated children. But Kurt Vonnegut, obviously, his whole thing is everybody is weird and self-absorbed. And so evidently the way I read it was just very different from the way my wife read it out loud to our kids. And so it was much more kid-friendly coming from my wife.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Going back to the overweight thing, exactly why Dudley wanted a racing bike was a mystery to Harry, as Dudley was very fat and hated exercise.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's in book 4 or no 3, I think it is, where they say that he is the size of a baby killer whale.
Because they have to start putting him on the diet and everybody's eating carrots.
That's in that's in book 4.
Yeah. Well, after that, yeah.
Yeah.
And,
so I think what it was because I'm listening to book 4 now. Which it's so good. Like it's fantastic. Like
it's my least favorite.
Well, no, so my problem with book 4 is that Harry accomplishes nothing in this book and is inconsequential, essentially. Like, he's just kind of like there to have things happen around him. Because if you think about it, he doesn't put his name in the Goblet of Fire. Barty Crouch does. Then when you get to the challenges,
calmly.
Like Moody is the one that Moody is the one that comes to him and is just like, Potter, there's dragons. What are you gonna do? I don't know, Professor. All right, Potter, what are you good at? I'm not good at anything, Professor. What are you good at? I suppose I can fly. Okay, but I can't have a broom, Professor. Oh my God, this kid is a retard. Like it's that for the entire book. It's like Cedric Diggory, world's biggest douche. Cedric Diggory, by the way.
What's wrong with Cedric Diggory?
Harry goes up to him and is like, it's dragons. They're going to piss against a dragon, figure out how to fight a dragon. He comes up to him and he's just like, maybe take it for a bath in the prefect's bathroom. Wink, wink, nudge. Just tell him, put the egg under the water.
Or also, Harry was a little bit of a dope and shouldn't have come right out and said it.
I'm just saying, Cedric is not nearly as cool as Harry.
Why don't you go to the bathroom with the creepy ghost?
Yeah, go into the bathroom. Let the creepy ghost girl leer at you.
I think for me, book 5 was my least favorite, but it was also because I think nobody wanted to edit JK's writing at that time, because there were passages where I was like, "Where is your editor?"
She had extreme writer's block during that one, apparently.
I thought she had the whole thing outlined, though.
Well, that's what she claims, but
just like George Lucas.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that her
beat me to it.
I'm glad that her writer's block was broken by
when somebody was like, when somebody was like, how long have you been sitting on the Nagini being an Asian lady thing? She was like, 20 years. I'm like, no, Joe, you came up with that last week.
Joanne, stop it.
Yeah,
no one believes that.
Not. Absolutely not. So he's got the short hair there, and then we get at least the envelope looks like it's supposed to be the green writing. I liked that.
That's cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's a really I love that they had to put J.K. Rowling's name in it, because that's going to piss people off.
Good.
I wish it would have been the same font and all of that as the first one.
Yeah, maybe. So now we get our first glimpse of Hagrid. He looks fine. He's a little young for Hagrid, I think. He looks like
I didn't mind it.
Hagrid went to school with Tom Riddle. Like Hagrid should be in his 50s or 60s.
I'm gonna chalk that up to giant DNA.
He's got some crow's feet.
He does.
I guess, but his voice doesn't sound as like gruff as like, you know, either Robbie Coltrane or Robert Baratheon from the audiobooks.
Maybe Hagrid was using his pink umbrella in secret to make himself de-age. We don't know.
Stop it. But yeah, I didn't love his voice as Hagrid. It was fine. I like that the scar kind of looks like a scar and not
Isn't
like
it in the book right here?
No, it's off to the side.
It's always off.
Is it? Are you sure? Because I swear I remember reading that when I went, really? All right.
You know what? I feel like in one of the book covers, it's like right in the middle of his forehead.
This one, it's
maybe
in the middle.
maybe I'm conflating it. Maybe
and here it's on the middle.
Yep.
I came with my sources, guys. I came with my sources, but here they have it off to the side.
See, I have different books, so I have different book art, and I'm like, yours probably has better detail.
Oh no, wait, this one's
mine.
in the middle too. All right.
I love that about Harry Potter. Was there's so many covers.
This one's in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
This one is nowhere to be seen. This one is in the middle. I guess it's supposed to be in the middle. My life is a lie.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right. Because here's the big one, the Goblet of Fire,
Yeah,
which right in the middle.
Always doubting myself.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah, see?
All right, so I got
knock one for book accuracy, HBO.
But the movies did that too.
Yeah.
I know, but we're supposed to be book accurate. I sincerely, I actually don't care about something like that, but you know, they're the ones who use book accurate. So
we see Hedwig there. This made me sad when he's watching Ron with Molly Weasley. I'm like, why couldn't Molly Weasley be fat? Like she's supposed to be dumpy.
But she's supposed to actually be stick thin in the books.
No, in the books she's dumpy.
She may be dumpy, but I'm pretty sure
I have the book. I can find the answer.
No, Malfoy does an entire thing in the fourth book when he sees Molly Weasley about how fat she is.
Oh, does she?
I like
This is
like
starting to sound like a Western video game studio. Like, why is this character not fat?
Like how Carrow's taken on the like fact finder role.
Bitch, I got the book. Let's look for it.
You're just gonna find like a description of Molly Weasley.
I am. I'm gonna do it right now.
When
to be
they
fair, a lot of these are probably in the
beginning
first
of book 4, when they contact the Dursleys about the World Cup, he says you met her at the train station, and Vernon Dursley goes, "Bit of a dumpy woman."
Right, but dumpy doesn't necessarily mean
it doesn't
right?
always in British. It doesn't mean overweight.
Malfoy does call her fat.
Well, yeah, but I mean, every time I like take this with a grain of salt, but every time a guy doesn't like a chick, he always calls her fat.
Yeah, maybe
it's true.
And then it is the 90s, so your mama's so fat.
Yeah, true. True. The Hogwarts Express looks exactly the same. The train station looks exactly the same, and I think I know why. Because they designed Hogwarts Legacy to look exactly like the movies, but they also want to tie the books into Hogwarts Legacy.
I love Hogwarts Legacy.
Or they want to tie the show into Hogwarts Legacy.
I know what you meant.
Yeah. Did I tell you my theory about Hogwarts Legacy 2? I think it's going to be the Triwizard Tournament.
Ooh.
Oh wait, Marv is right.
The timeline adds up.
The speaker was a plump woman who was talking to 4 boys, all with flaming red hair. You were right.
There you go. Hey, great.
I'm literally listening to the audiobooks like, you know, every day. But the I think it's going to be the Triwizard Tournament because in book 4 they say that the last Triwizard Tournament was 100 years ago, and something really bad happened, and that lines up with the games 100 years.
So do you think your character is going to be a participant, or is going to be sort of investigating?
No, I think he's going to be. I think he'll end up being a participant in the Triwizard Tournament.
Oh, for your game?
For Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, okay.
I think the second one is definitely going to be a Triwizard Tournament because it's another reason why they can not do Quidditch. McGonagall, I thought looks fine. She looks decent.
She looks very stern.
Yeah, which is what she needs to be. I think Michelle Gomez does an amazing job in the audiobooks as McGonagall. Trish, don't you agree?
Yeah, she does do a good job.
Martin, like she's perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she would have looked perfect too if they had cast her. Sorting Hat looks strange. I like that it's actually a rip the way it is in the book.
Mm-hmm.
The mouth.
Not a puppet.
Yeah. So here we have again, Hogwarts is just gray and dull and dry.
I don't think I like the way Hogwarts looks based on the shots that I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it like this. I'm not digging this.
I think it's
not
just
terrible.
Dim. It's just so
It's
like
just-
the color's been sapped out of it.
I don't know.
It
I
is a
would have
giant
thought that
castle.
Hogwarts would have gotten out of its emo phase since 2010, but no, it's still got it.
There's no floating candles or anything.
But
I
it's
don't
a
hate
castle.
it. I don't hate it. I just
That's
I
all.
don't.
This is Ollivander.
Okay.
He's
yeah, I can see
appropriately
that.
creepy.
Yeah.
That's casted well.
Yep. Handed him the wand. You know. Oh, I like that the Nimbus 2000 comes in a box. That's Malfoy.
See,
He
I
looks like
like-
Malfoy, Crabbe Goyle, and probably Pansy Parkinson, even though she's supposed to be ugly.
Malfoy has like a hair perm.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
like
usually-
this shot. of
Because
Hogwarts.
normally his hair is like brushed back, but for some reason they gave him fluffy hair.
Yeah. I don't know if I like that.
He looks like he wants us to collaborate and listen.
He's
I
gonna give me
know
an
that
inspiration.
too.
I'm gonna get an
Of course you
inspirational
did,
speech
Nolan.
about math. That's what I'm gonna get.
By the way, I think Hermione looks like somebody was like, "Oh, but we don't know if Hermione's going to be good." I'm like, "No, Hermione is the only one that we know is going to be good because we've heard her already in the audiobooks."
Yeah, she's
She's
got the right
fantastic.
tone, and
Yeah.
she does.
And she looks fine. Like people were debating like whether she was a race swap or not. I can't tell,
No,
and I'm not
no,
going to sit
because
here
in
and
the
debate the
in
race
the
of an
book they said
11-year-old.
she had brown or not brown, but like tan skin, so that's appropriate.
Yeah, I mean,
Like I think when JK was describing her, what she was setting Hermione up for was that she was supposed to be the pleb, right?
mhm.
With all the other normal wizards. That was my take on it later on, but I might be just giving her more credit than she deserves. I don't know.
Right. The brooms look a little interesting. I think they like made the broom like the bristles kind of look aerodynamic, kind of like a plane's tail, which I think kind of works.
That's well
Um,
done. Yeah. Like
Yeah.
here's another one of Hermione. That actually looks really good.
Yeah, she even looks like she has like bigger front teeth. The way
Yeah,
Hermione's
which
supposed to.
was explicit in the books.
Mhm.
Very. And until book 4, when she gets hit with the jinx that makes them grow, and
And
then
she's like,
Madame-
oh, I just let them keep going
yeah,
back.
Madame Pomfrey shrinks them until she tells her to tell her when to stop, and she lets her go a little further than
Her
normal.
dentist parents can't do anything about that.
Her
Apparently
dentist
not.
parents explicitly wouldn't let her do it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
This is a Quidditch team. That looks like that's probably Wood right there. You got the twins here. That's probably Angelina. And one of these is Katie Bell. And I forget who the other one is.
The Weasley twins are probably my favorite characters in all of this.
Yeah, I love the Weasley twins. That Ron looks great. Hermione looks great.
So I just need what I need is for all these children to stay off the internet and stay away from Hollywood.
Yes.
That's what I need. Just keep
Yes,
just
please.
do that and everything will be great. And I guess we're gonna talk about this, but
And here we are. Here he is. Hold on. We got to see him in motion. It's not just that he's race swapped. Why is he playing him super gay? Like the way he's moving, he looks super gay.
I don't know. Maybe he's doing a Terrence Trent D'Arby thing.
sorry, I wanted to practice the
That
hand
one
play.
was just for Trish.
This is like our thing, Martin. We say things knowing no one else is gonna get it, but the person who will get it loves it.
I feel the need to share this because this made me laugh so much today. and I
Oh no,
watched
it's
it
this. Oh
10,000
no.
times.
I've
Oh,
seen
no.
this.
It's
Okay, but-
so good. We're gonna watch a little bit of it. And maybe
Is the zipper jacket from the actual
No.
picture, or is that just from
it
this
might be
AI?
the AI doing it. I don't know.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I'm blacksmith.
good job, great Jan.
Black cloak, black skin. Walk the hall, they whispering. Cauldron bubble, I'm different. Dark eyes don't flinch, just glimmering. House points, man, miss me. Came from pain, they history. Same blood, they fear, they diss me. But they copy my bruise, still sift me. Side eye from the portraits. Cold stone, but my soul scorched. They teach where I'm from. Had to learn from the alleys and the torch. Half prince in the world they hate. Half rage in the narrow gate. Half hood in the castle gate. Homie, never run from Black Snake. Walking through the dark. One day my hand in her ex and my heart. Turn that fear to a spell, then I spark. Yeah. I've been cursed from the start. Black Snake. They talk war in the streets. I see more than they see in the tower. Drop by.
I love this shot. All right. Yeah, that was Black Snape, which took the internet by storm today. Edited by the great Perry Chan. So exquisitely done. All I have to say. Why does he have dreads?
That was the first thing I said.
What is the
match? Doesn't match the description at all. Shall I consult the text?
Well, you don't even have to, because the one thing that she describes about him constantly is his greasy hair.
Pale, sallow skin and greasy hair.
Yeah, pale, sallow skin and greasy hair.
Dreads.
And his nose, right? Doesn't he have like a long, like, hook nose or something like that? Yeah, because the Marauders make fun of his nose. Yeah,
but Black Snape, there he is. And you see, he did like a whole thing where he's like, people are threatening to kill me, and I'm just like, dude, are they? I'm sure some idiots are, but I don't want to say no one is, but like,
they're using this guy as a meat shield for 100%. Any criticism. Yeah, and I feel bad for him. I really do.
Yeah. So, it's just like, I don't know, but he looks great. Dumbledore looks great.
His little tuning fork.
I don't know why he has a tuning fork, but yeah.
I am kind of hoping they make Dumbledore's robes, like, because he wears such flamboyant colors in the books.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does.
And everything in the movies is a lot more drab than in the books. There's a lot more variation of how wizards dress in the books.
Right. But there you guys go. That's the Harry Potter trailer. So, all in all, I don't.
Just another brick in the wall.
Yeah. I don't love it.
In theory, I could have been open to this. I do feel like it is a little dark. I understand they're going for like the Castle candle thing, but it does seem a little bit like it could have been a little brighter, at least in the very beginning, just because it does seem like it should be so colorful and all that. But in theory, could have gotten more behind this, but I'm just...
That hat needs a pilgrim buckle.
It does.
Anybody else have anything closing to add about this?
I think
it sucks.
You know what doesn't suck?
What's that?
Hold on. We did it.
Yay!
We're at 7,000 subscribers.
Thanks for letting us know best waifu guts.
That's amazing. Both the avatar and the 7,000.
We have hit it, guys. We have hit, unless YouTube does that thing where it starts taking subscribers away. We are at 7,000, which is just incredible. Thank you guys so much for helping us get to this milestone. We will be having a 7,000 subscriber celebration next week on Thursday, normal time, 8:00. And then once we hit 7,500, it's D&D time. So
I'm not playing D&D.
Yes, you are. You have to.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
I'm playing D&D. No,
I've never played.
I don't play D&D.
We have the greatest team.
I'll play D&D with you. Let's go.
Okay, how about we play something I want to play?
What do you want to play?
Like what?
Let's play Stardew Valley, guys. Let's do a co-op farm in Stardew Valley for 7,500.
Fine. If the audience would like that, I would do it in a second, and I don't want to.
Okay. See, because, D&D. Let's make her watch Star Wars. Let's make her watch D&D or play D&D.
I have to watch Bluey, Madam Web. I had to watch Santa Claus and the Ice Cream Bunny.
When did you have to watch Madam Web?
$0 for because
when did you have to watch Madam Web?
Everyone wants me to watch Madam Web now.
But you have to watch Bluey
Sydney
first.
Sweeney's in it.
So,
Nolan, what is your title?
What is what?
Oh, it's Our Heart, Livy Doon.
Also,
The Baywatch girl.
Well, so when we hit 7,500, some of us will be playing D&D. Wizard will be the dungeon master. We will make a whole thing of it. We'll invite friends from outside the channel to come do it with us. It should be a lot of fun. Yeah, that's guys. That's pretty. We're gonna get to some super chats, and then I think that's pretty much all we have for today. Okay. Let's see. Regina Sharp for 5 says makes sense. Mark Addy, Robert Baratheon, and Robbie Coltrane look like they could be cousins. They do. They do look alike. Regina Sharp, I still can't get past Black Snape having zippers. Okay, so apparently it was in the thing.
Mark Addy does look like he could play a great. I just looked him up because I have no idea who he is. But I just
he's the one that does it. He's the one that does it in the audiobooks.
He would have been perfect.
Yeah,
I don't know if he wanted to do it, but he would have been perfect.
Absolutely perfect. His voice is perfect for it. Everything. Chris
I'm
Andrews,
not saying the Wizards wouldn't have zipper technology. I don't think that's a state secret, but it doesn't seem appropriate.
They wear jeans though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they do, don't they? Because Harry does, and we know the Weasleys do.
The Weasleys do too, and
but the Weasleys are idiosyncratically interested in Muggles through their dad.
Yes, this is very true. Snape is not interested in Muggles. So, Chris Andrews for $2. Alan Rickman rolling in his grave. Very
But it's a very classy role.
It is. It's very dignified. Liquid Fox for 5. My friend called me racist because I told him NWA is a rap group and not a personality trait, and yet he said that song is hilarious. Unreal.
Liquid Fox.
Amazing, Liquid Fox. That's wonderful. Thank you for that story. All B Booty for $5. Black Snape looks like a token emo punk rock member. Kind of does. And Regina Sharp for 5 should play Shadowrun because Cyberpunk unicorns and shiitake. I don't know.
Maybe
we can.
Mushrooms?
No, I have played a lot of Shadowrun. I understand this reference.
So, Carrow, are you down to join us for our 7,500 when we hit that? Which will probably be
yeah.
It'll be for a little bit. I don't know.
I'm actually doing a tabletop tomorrow that's Star Wars themed, where I'm playing a military grade protective bot for a rapper. Awesome. Yeah, so I'll be doing that.
That's awesome.
Of course, my new best friend Carrow is going to be there.
Nolan Thunder, what do you got going on that you want to tell the audience about?
Well, I have a new trailer up on my YouTube channel for season 2 of Lost in the Files. If any of you want to check that out, it's over at Nolan Thunder. If you want to hear me talk about internet mysteries, lost media, and all sorts of video game mysteries in a hybrid of documentary, comedy, and B-movie horror, please check it out on my YouTube channel at Nolan Thunder.
All right, awesome. Martin Stone, what do you got going on over at the Lost Guys?
Well, we still haven't released our Prince-tacular, which was our 50th episode, but that'll be coming up. You can find that over on That Park Place, the channel, and then they, after a couple of months, get put up on T3PO for free.
Pastor of Muppet says I'm missing his member chat, but I did not see a member chat.
I'll quickly scroll and see if I see
anything. I saw this one earlier. Oh, I guess I didn't get to this one. You're right. I missed it. I'm so sorry. Member for 16 months is we are on episode 8 of Firefly. Wife really likes it. We saw PHM Tuesday. We both give it an 8 out of 10. I put review on Critic List. We plan to see Mario on the 8th. Fantastic.
Nice.
Good news all around.
What's PHM?
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to see it over the weekend.
Me too.
So thank you for letting me know.
The midnight release.
Sorry we almost missed that. Regina Sharp for 5. Will the rapper in your Star Wars game do Black Snape?
You know what? I'll ask him, but the answer is probably no.
Probably not. Lauren, if you're still there, what have you got going on in the Lauren Apollo show coming up this week?
On Friday, tomorrow night, we're going to be doing an awful movie that Packing Protons has once again put us up to. So that's our next show. Night of the Lepus.
All right.
Night of the Lemons?
Lepus. It's another
Lepus.
another killer rabbit movie.
I kind of like the idea of just giant, like anthropomorphic lemons just
that would be fun.
Town with razor sharp teeth. Their seeds could be
so Night of the Lepus is one of the guys from The Longest Day and Bones from Star Trek and Janet Leigh try to fight giant rabbits that they accidentally made.
Was it the ice cream bunny from that one movie?
Not nearly as creepy as the ice cream bunny.
Why are people so harsh on bunnies? I love bunnies. Bunnies aren't scary. Bunnies are cute.
They eat my vegetables in the backyard.
Bunnies
Bunnies
aren't cute like everybody supposes. They've got them hoppy legs and twitchy little noses. And what's with all the carrots? What do they need such good eyesight for anyway?
But when they get angry, they like hop their little back legs in anger, and it's very cute. And they throw like little fists. Like,
did you get that I was quoting Anya from Buffy?
I was too busy thinking about actual bunnies, but
no, Anya's bunny phobia is one of my favorite running gags in Buffy.
Of all things,
do you think I'm going to go down there and let them hippity hop all over my delicate flesh? Trish,
did we acknowledge Nicholas Brendan, by the way? I would just like to say, did we acknowledge?
No, we didn't. You're right. We should acknowledge that.
I'm
that
acknowledging
really
Nicholas
sad.
Brendan because that one made me really sad, and it just feels right that we.
I was hoping he would turn it around, and apparently he couldn't.
Yeah.
Trish, what do you have going on?
I got distracted by super chat. You know, lost guys like Martin said, chilling here, you know.
Regina Sharp for 5 says that's not what Tim the Enchanter says, Trish.
Monty Python.
Carrow, why don't you tell the fine folks more about your books and what you've got going on?
Hello, I write books. Some of them are urban fantasy, some of them are comics, and some of them are sci-fi. You can either find them on Amazon under the name of Carrow Brown, or you can find them on Rippaverse, or you can just go to my website, carrowbrown.com, and just find them all there, whichever one works for you. What I have coming up is tomorrow I am doing the Star Wars game on the Moonskull channel. So if you guys are interested in watching me pretend to be a giant murder bot and protect an entertainer, you can do that. And then actually on Monday, I'm going to do Stardew and Chill on my channel. So if you want to watch me like water crops and, you know, go fight my way through the mine, you know, I'll be there.
Who do you marry, Carrow?
Who do I marry?
Who do you marry?
Harv.
Interesting.
I love Harv. He's got the good breakfast.
I'm probably not, surprisingly, a Sebastian girl. So
Did you get him to stop playing video games?
Of course. Come on, you know. Give him a
Did
new
anybody
better life.
notice that when Carrow said murder bot, suddenly Trish softened on role playing?
I was like, interesting.
We will eventually. When they hit it for a super chat goal, we will do a Stardew Valley stream where I will play and Trish has to. I have to do everything Trish says.
Oh,
by the way, Mario Party was suggested in the chat.
Oh, I would love to do Mario Party
because I love Mario Party. I think I have Mario Party.
Yeah, I think I have it too. So.
Do I have to have a copy to play with you, or do it have?
I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not about making anybody, you know, like buy anything or, you know, figure it out.
Guys, make sure you check out Carrow's books. Check her out. What is your YouTube channel?
It is Carrow Brown.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm very creative with my names. But just to let you know, Tris, like one of the other games I played, it was Aliens themed, where I played a synth and I was basically like undercover getting performance reviews to send back to the company, but I got eaten by an alien monster. So I got resurrected by the chat to be the cat from the movie.
So it's like Among Us, but HR.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And aliens.
Amazing. Yeah. All right, guys, we've got to go. Geeks and Gamers play starts in 4 minutes, and I got to get over there. So thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carrow, for being our special guest this week. You're welcome back anytime. This was so much fun.
Nolan go.
Yeah, thank you guys for getting us to 7,000 subs. We'll see you next week for a huge party. So, ladies and gentlemen, from all of us here at the M4 Empire, I thank you for your attention, and we'll catch you in the next one.